Yes, I know. Yes, I know. Been a while, man. Jason, man, you're slipping, son. You ain't doing the videos as much as you used to, and I know, I'm telling you, I've been busy, man. I'm like behind right now at work trying to catch up on some stuff. Been even working at night a bit, but you know, I just wanted to gotta do a video, you know, gotta do one on the way in today. I've got a few to do actually, you know, naturally, but you know, I'm seeing this little headline, you know, basically White House to now, you know, exempt itself from any further Freedom of Information Act requests. You know, basically we don't have to and won't respond if we don't, you know, feel the need to, or just flat out deny them all. I don't know. The other thing was, if you can probably hear, come Saturday, just completely stopped up, man. Couldn't breathe out of my nose, you know, face is hurting, teeth hurting, you know, that kind of stuff, just so congested. So Saturday, Sunday, even Monday, you know, and then Tuesday was yesterday. I was like, well, I don't, you know, not really feeling sick. I didn't want to get in here with a completely fully stopped up nose and, you know, talk to you guys like this the whole time. It's so annoying. And I do have a little bit of that, I can hear it. So, sorry about your luck. Or as my 6-year-old once said when she was upset at her sister, sorry about your good luck, Emily. Sorry about your good luck, Emily. It was fun. It was quite funny. So, my friend sends me an email. Hey, he's like, I posted this under my Facebook account, man. You know, do you think this has anything to do with, you know, what Lindsay said, you know, the financial collapse, if it's September, October, or whatever? You think that's the reason why they're doing this? So I didn't know what he was talking about yet, so I clicked his link and read what he wrote. And you know, not surprising, only one other of his friends had commented at the time, from what I could see. You know, you getting the stuff that's important and political. Oh, that's not Facebook material. What are you doing? Like, you're supposed to be talking about how you're going to the park today with your kids and life is good, and you know, some nice one-liner, you know. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do on Facebook. Don't sit here and tell us the truth about stuff we really should be informed about or know about. No, go back to everything's cool, everything's good, be happy, give me my happy one-liners. You know, let's post a picture and then put words on it to make people laugh, you know. So I read it, you know, and he's like, you know, basically like, here we go again. You know, this isn't looking good. You know, why do they need to be doing this? You know, the government is just out of control, man. Who do they think they are, you know? And yeah, he's right. So I said, well, it's, you know, my take, because he asked, you know, do I think this had anything to do with like what Lindsay Williams is saying is coming, with the whole big collapse and all the financial, you know, calamity that's going to hit the whole world, you know. And I thought, well, you know, it could be, because they don't want to be questioned. The White House especially does not want to be questioned. Let's just say the collapse happens and all kinds of things go down, and then of course the White House is going to make some drastic decisions and executive orders to deal with the collapsing economy. Is why we're doing this, which will not be for the benefit of the people, as usual. It will be some other, you know, whether it's more security, NSA spying, loss of more freedoms, just something, right? They're going to say, well, this is why we did it. We're in a kind of emergency situation, right? They don't have to declare martial law. No, you don't need to do that when you can just write executive orders, right? I mean, technically. So I felt like, well, you know, they could. And then when anyone says, hey, what the hell are they doing? Why'd they do that? Why is that part, you know, hidden from us? Why can't we know what was said in that meeting or that document? Or, well, I'll file a Freedom of Information Act request and find out. To be met with a big fat no, denied. I won, gave me my money. You what? I lost. I'm not getting the information. okay? So they can just keep everything hidden. You know, just like the whole email scandal with Hillary, third-party server. Well, I was using it, but it wasn't like for political reasons. It's amazing, and you know, you have to keep this in mind. I know you're not going to think this isn't true. Everybody knows this. These are only the things we're hearing about, and things like this with Hillary and her email and that crap. We just found out because it was leaked. And for example, when Edward Snowden, the biggest traitor in American history, came out to tell us just exactly what the government was doing with the NSA and its massive spying apparatus, to just tell us basically like 10% of it is really what we were all told it was for, which we allowed from the 1950s and forward. The other 90% is actually to spy on the American people, nothing to do with terrorism at all, as a matter of fact. And yet you turn on the news when that first came out, this freaking guy is a traitor. Oh my God, bring him back so we can execute him. He should be executed. He should be, All he was doing is saying, this is so wrong. I worked there as a contractor and saw what they were doing. It was 100% to spy for political purposes, and anyone that wants to, you know, start any kind of dissent, we can go after them very easily and figure out who they are, what they've said, go back and look at other things they've said. They're at a point now where they can make your phone appear to have sent a text message that it never even sent, because they've got their little stealth towers, right? Cell phone towers, which is not necessarily, well, I knew that tower over there was AT&T. I know that's their tower. Well, I wonder if there's one around here that I see one way over there. I'm not sure who owns that one. No. When you hear that word stealth tower or rogue cell phone tower, it's just an antenna or antennas, or an antenna array, if you will, on top of one of those towers you've already seen. There's so many damn antennas on there, you just think, oh, well, that's part of AT&T or Verizon or whoever's sharing the tower. Correct. Whoever's sharing the tower, and whoever that is one of those tenants, is the government. So as you drive by and your little phone connects to that tower, it doesn't say anything about it. Your phone just connects, everything's good. And they said, you know, when this technology first came out, you'd see if you had like a 3G or 4G connection, it would go down to like the lowest. Like, you know, where it didn't say any G. It was just, you know, connected basically. Like, you know, like you were out some podunk freaking tower in the middle of nowhere. And when that was happening, you know, they could, you know, they said, well, they might be trying to put something on your phone, you know, all kinds of stuff they can do. So, again, is that what we thought when the NSA, you know, came into existence, that they're going to be doing that on Americans' phones? And then, well, we only store the data for a few years in case we have to, you know, in case we got to go back. And it's just the metadata, such as like, well, who did they call, or what number, that type of information. When in reality, we've all learned now, they are collecting phone conversations, voice, your text messages, your entire emails, not, well, who they sent an email to, maybe the subject line. No, the entire email itself, right? And this guy's a traitor. Why would they be doing this? Because when the day comes, which they knew would be coming, they all knew this, where, hey, America, we just went from first world status to third world status in a hurry. You are all pissed off that you lost your retirement, inflation, deflation first, however it goes. You're going to want some damn answers. You're going to be livid and protesting. And we can't have any of you guys bringing up our dirt that you end up finally stumbling upon, or someone whistleblows and brings it out. We will crush that dissent so fast, it'll make your head spin. As you go to sleep that night, thinking I'm waking up tomorrow and I'm going to go to start this protest, I got a bunch of people on Facebook ready, and we already knew that, and we're going to crush you before you even make it over there. We'll have you pulled over, we'll have you stopped. They'll do whatever they have to do to shut you up. So again, well, I thought we were collecting some of that private information, which I really wasn't comfortable with, but because it was just like the number I dialed or an email I sent to somebody, they knew the to and from. That was all, they weren't like prying in. I guess I was kind of okay with it because it was used for terroristic reasons, like they want to make sure we're all safe, and if I'm communicating to someone in the Middle East, that probably should throw a red flag, and they should be able to kind of look at that to see where that's going. As an American, I could actually agree to that, and oh really? How'd that work out for you? How'd that work out for you? Not good, because they haven't been using that for anything. How'd the Boston bombing happen? We've got the biggest intelligence group in the world. State-of-the-art spying system like you can't believe. Again, as I just covered. Couldn't figure out this bomb was going to go off, or these bombs were going to go off for the Boston Marathon bombing, which again, I believe was a staged event. I believe, just like the World Trade Center 1993 bombing, that was a failure as far as doing any kind of real damage. The head of the Dallas, Texas, and Memphis, Tennessee FBI offices said, we gave that guy the bomb to put in his van and drive over there. And they said, what do you mean? He said, well, the informant, who was the one working with this guy, telling him he can give him the parts, he can get him all the stuff if he's willing to carry out the act. Our informant, another FBI agent, during the briefing where, okay, I'm going to give him the fake bomb at this look, and they're like, no. You're going to give him a real one. It's going to be live. Oh. And they did. But we couldn't stop him in time. And that's what the FBI told themselves internally. Like, oh my God, we gave him the bomb and he successfully did it. And the thing with the FBI was supposed to be, the way that little sting operation was supposed to be, well, we were supposed to stop him before he got there, and we couldn't, traffic or whatever, we couldn't make it, and he got in and it went off. That's to please the FBI agents who were part of it, to make them think they didn't really just do this on purpose and I was a part of it. No, it was an accident. We were supposed to stop him. Okay, then why'd you have to give him a real bomb? You could have gave him a fake one because the intent's the same. The point of this man, who no longer works for the FBI, I can't think of his name at the moment, you could just look up part of the story and you'll find him instantly, is that they did this and they had their patsy go and do this. They pushed him to get this stuff to the guy, make the bomb, give him the bomb, and let him go do the dirty work. So in my opinion, Boston Marathon, let's get these two Sarnoff brothers. It's no different than 9/11. The same day it happened, they were already posting pictures of these guys walking. There's still pictures like walking on to board the plane, where they're walking through the little gates and things. Still photos, and you already know who the hijackers were, like on the first day. How many millions of people went through that airport? Or hundreds of thousands, whatever it is. And you quickly, that fast, already figured out who it was? Well, what'd they say? We found one of the hijackers' passports on the bottom of the pile of rubble of one of the World Trade Towers. You found an intact passport. Yes, we did. And when they showed what it looked like, it was in prestigious condition. Yet the largest piece of debris found by a firefighter on scene, on video, he said, it was like a pile of just nothing. The biggest thing was he said, a piece of a telephone keypad that you pressed to dial the numbers. A piece of it, wasn't even a whole one. That was the biggest thing I found. Well, you ain't doing your job right, because this FBI guy is an expert. FBI agent found, nonetheless. Not the police, not the fire department, not any other. FBI was able to go in there and find an intact passport. So who did we see win the Boston Marathon? We already had photos of the two brothers. They're running for their lives now. We know it was them. They dropped the backpacks. They're on video. You've already looked at all the video that fast and are able to tell us who did this. That is rule number one for anyone out there to figure out, is this a staged event or did this really happen? That, my friends, is a cover-up. And I'm done talking. Take care.